What's up, everybody? James Keller, Keller Outdoors. It's February 2026. I ain't put out a video in a hot minute. Been just busy with work, and it's cold. Been cold the last month, and haven't put out a lot. But today we're getting stuff ready. I'm in the middle of, that's right, draining the lower unit fluid, which I probably should have done last year, but I didn't. I've got oil change. Way up in my face here. I got oil change kit coming for the motor. I've got a couple of live well pumps I got to do down in there, and that should get me ready to go. I got the registration sticker. But today I wanted to talk about what lures I caught them on the most when cashing checks or having decent tournaments last year, and kind of the things that I caught them on for the season last year, and probably much of the same this year, because I ain't gonna change. I'm not really what you'd call a scoper. I do some, but not a lot. I'm on the river a lot of times, but I wanted to kind of go over the things I caught them on last year. Short, quick video, and I'm ready for 2026 to start. Coming sooner than you think. Temperature's supposed to be warm next week, so it's got me thinking about fishing a little bit. Not going to be doing BFLs next year. I just don't like the direction of it. The rules on the forward facing, which doesn't really matter to me that much. I mean, I do use it some, but I just don't get it, how you police that. And I don't like that, at least the last 2 years that I made the regional, you had to pay to get in, and you didn't used to have to do that. So the last 2 years I tried to make the regional. I made the regional both years. I hadn't tried to make a regional in a very long time. Last time I made it, it was free. This year it wasn't. So I just feel like they take away more. This last year at the regional, even though I had a bad day too, didn't cash check, they only paid 16 spots. The year before they paid 34. Now granted, there was more boats the year before, but once upon a time the regional was free, and they paid the top 24 no matter what. So now we're paying money, and you paid out less. I don't know, there was less boats, but you paid out less. And when it used to be free, it was 24 spots guaranteed. Don't like the direction of that. That's my opinion. If you don't like it, I don't really care. That's just my version of it, the way I look at it. But anyways, so I want to talk about, I'm going to say my 4 best baits. I mean, I caught them on a lot of different things. Square bills, a couple of times played some key bites, but for the majority of what I caught them on last year, number one, I would say I caught a lot of fish on this, using it as a trailer, flipping it, whatever, would be a QC Lure Works knuckle grub. Not necessarily this specific color. This is what I was throwing in the regional, flipping a little bit. It was a kind of a darker color with red flake, and the water was a little dirty. So I caught a lot of fish on this year. I also caught a lot of fish on my my grass piece with a QC Lure Works fidget minnow on the back. I throw this a lot. Matter of fact, I caught a lot of fish in the regional and practice on this. Quite a few in practice. I should have went to some areas and threw it more. I didn't, but a lot of fish this year came on that. In the summer, early fall, I was throwing a toad thumper a lot in the grass, obviously in the duckweed mats. Toad thumper is kind of the one I go to the most. You can get these at Walmart for like $80-something, where nowadays a Spro is $15. And the way this one's hook sets in there, you don't get caught up a lot on grass if it lands upside down. The only thing I can say about this is when they're being a little finicky, it is a bigger profile, longer, so they might not eat it as well, so I'd have to change to a smaller frog when that was going on, but this gets a lot of big bites. So I threw that a lot, and then just a good old-fashioned Ned rig. Early in the year, in May, probably one of my better tournaments in the BFLs, I was catching them trapping and doing some different stuff on a wing dam, and the white bass kind of took over, so I went to like my backup spot and started throwing a net around and caught 2 key 4-pounders on a Ned. So I threw a Ned a lot this year for smallmouth. Didn't really catch many largemouth on it, but a lot of smallmouth. Just on the back of that, I either use a QC Lure Works. He makes like a little Ned style bait, or I use Z-Man. It just depends on the area I'm fishing, and you know, whether or not I use it. Usually just green pumpkin. It normally has purple flakes in it, but this one has been eaten to death. So those were the baits I caught them on the most. Like I said, I caught some throwing, you know, your typical red crankbaits. This is a hand painted one that QC Lure Works is selling now. I forget what the guy's name is. Shane, maybe you can comment, but anyways, he hand paints those. I caught a couple keyfish in May on that as well. Caught some in the late fall. Trapping too. Oh, they were just jammed in there. Caught some keyfish throwing a trap towards the end of the year. Or keyfish, just fish. On that trap right there. Coming off sand flats. So yeah, I don't really know what I'm going to fish this year. I know I'm going to do some club tournaments with my buddy Adam out of Dubuque, which we've never done, but we entered a random big bass tournament at the end of the year and won that thing. Almost got top 2 spots, and I missed by a 1/10 of an ounce on second place, and we had first place with 4 something. So we'll probably do some of those. I'll do a BFL that goes out of prairie where, you know, I can practice pretty close to home. We'll do the Cabela's, and I may fish some Wisco bass, or I may fish, you know, random bigger tournaments, or like the series out of Prairie du Chien, Pool 17. I don't know what they call it, but whatever. I might do some of those too. So I haven't really decided yet, but for sure going to do some clubs, the Cabela's, and just not sure on the bigger events. But anyways, stay tuned. Follow along, like, subscribe, share. I'll be putting out more videos as time goes on. I lost my camera battery died, and I lost my main, I don't know where it's at, my main SD card that was like 1 gigabyte or something that could store a lot of time on it. So I haven't put out a lot of videos, and I've also been very busy with work and kids volleyball games and show choir and all that stuff, so I just haven't put out a lot. But as we're getting closer, and it's time to start cleaning up and getting ready. So thanks for watching, and stay tuned.